right, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Brittany N. Smith of Girl on the Right. Be the Girl on the Right. We are an organization dedicated to inspiring, empowering, and encouraging women and girls to be their authentic selves and live their right life right now. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Excuse me again. My name is Brittany N. Smith of Girl on the Right. And I want you guys to know that today we are talking about productivity poop. Ew, yes, productivity poop. You guys tuning in right now, you are a part of our Right Life crew. That means that you are also getting ready to live your right life right now. And that's why you're connected. And that's why you're watching this video today. I want you to know that we have an event coming up, Be the Girl on the Right. We have an event coming up in January on the 8th called Right Night Live. It is food, networking, workshop, all tied into one. It's going to be amazing. It is for an exclusive group of people. If you want to go, if you want to be there and be in the house, you can go to BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com and click the button and register. Space is very, 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 very limited. So I need you guys to make sure that you register sooner rather than later. Thank you for joining. All right. So rules for this scope. All right. Today, we're talking about productivity poop. All right, if you know anything about poop, you know it's waste. So we're going to talk about why we waste so much productivity in our lives. You guys need to be productive so that you can free your tribe. Good morning, Christina. Thank you guys for joining. All right, so there's some rules for the Be the Girl on the Right scope. Because, you know, like I said in the last scope, we're going to get better with this thing every time. So we have some rules, okay? So the first thing is, if you like what you're hearing, I need you to type right into the comments. St. Louis, what's up? Good morning. Thank you for joining. It was early over there. Kudos to you for joining us. All right. So the first rule is, if you like what you're hearing, if it's resonating with you, I need you to type right into the comments. Thank you so much. All right. That's the first rule. The second rule is, give me them hearts, son. Give me them hearts. All right. So along with typing right into the comments, make sure that you're giving me hearts to let me know that you're with me and that you're hearing and receiving everything that's being said. All right. And then the last thing is, as you're tuning in, make sure you swipe to the right and click follow so that you follow me, so that every time we're on, you can get this good stuff that we're giving out over here at Girl on the Right. All right. So again, today's topic is productivity poop. 3 reasons why we are wasting so much productivity in our lives. All right. I don't know about you, but being productive nowadays with all the technology and all the things going on in the news and all the social media and all the issues with the family and even the crazy stuff that's just going on in your mind alone, there's so much that's preventing us. Yep, procrastination is a huge one. There's so much that's preventing us from being productive. You have books inside of you. You have a business inside of you. You have a ministry inside of you. You have a family to run. You have awesome things that need to be done, and you need to be productive to get it done. But there's so many different things around us. Exactly. We're going to get to that in a few seconds. You are in my notes, sir. In my notes. All right. So we're going to talk about that today. So the first thing, like my friend just said, is distractions. We have 3 D's today. I like alliteration. I like to use letters to help us remember. All right. So the first reason why we're wasting so much productivity is distraction. I'm going to give you a little history lesson. I was watching a message today by Pastor Stephen Furtick of Elevation Church, and he was talking about, hello, good morning. He told us about the European torture tactic where they used to tie the victim, right? It's going to get a little gruesome here. All right. So there was a European torture tactic that they used to tie the victim, each arm to a different horse. So they had 4 horses, right? And then they would tell the horses to go and pull that person into 4 different directions until they were completely pulled apart. Guess what the name of that torture tactic is? I'll wait. Go ahead and guess. The name of that torture tactic is distraction. And the name of his message, good evening in Russia, the name of his message was death by distraction. How crazy is that? That it was a torture tactic used to pull people apart, pull people in different directions, and it was called distraction. And that's what we're up against today. The Bible says that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he doesn't do that necessarily by guns and knives and all of that. He does it by distraction. You are being distracted away from your God-given destiny by being pulled in so many different directions in your life. So we have to be alert. We have to be attentive to make sure that we're not allowing the enemy to pull us in so many different directions. All right. So if you know that distraction is a struggle for you in your life, I need you to type right into the comments right now so that I know that I'm not alone. Okay. I know that I'm not alone in this struggle. But the first thing is distraction. All right. So the first thing I need you to do is examine your schedule. All right. Pull out your calendar, pull out your calendar, pull out your phone, whether it's in Google Calendar or if you have a planner, if you still use paper to keep your calendar, look at your schedule, examine your schedule and see how many different directions you're actually being pulled in. All right. I use myself as an example. I have a job. All right. I have Girl on the Right. That's why I'm here on Periscope with you guys. All right. I have ministry. I have personal ministry and I'm a part of my church, my local assembly. So I'm active there. I'm a wife. Okay. I'm a daughter. I have family and I have friends. All right. You know, I'm an artist. So I want to do my music. That's seven things right there. I have a baking business. So that's 8 things right there. All right. So that's 8 different things, 8 different directions that my life is being pulled in right now. Now, 4 was a lot. Okay. But I have 8 different things that I am giving my time to, giving my energy to. All right. So really, I mean, yes, I'm balancing all these things, but there's no room for anything else. All right. So I can't go and start, a dog walking business. I can't go and apply to Walmart right now. I can't go and backpack across Europe. Right? I can't do that right now because I'm already spread very thin. All right. So you need to examine your schedule and see what it is that you're doing and make sure that, that everything is in line with the vision that you have for your life. Make sure that everything that you're doing is all working together towards the purpose that you know that you have for your life. All right. So the next thing is the second D. The first one was distraction. The second thing is discipline. One of the reasons why we're lacking in productivity is because you're right. The family will always be there, but you have to make sure that you set boundaries around your time because your life can't be totally surrounded by your family. You have to live your purpose and live your dreams. All right. But your family fits into that. So it's all about balance and making things fit. The second thing was discipline. Are you being disciplined with the time that you've been given? You can get more money. You can get more hearts. You can get more friends, but you can never get more time. You have been given by God a certain amount of time to be on this earth and do what you got to do. So we can't waste time. That's why we have to be disciplined. All right. So what is your routine? What is your daily routine? Do you kind of just roll out of bed and you roll out, you check your phone, you check your Facebook, you stay on Facebook for a couple of hours and you go to work? Like, what is your routine? If you don't have a routine, you need one. You need to wake up at a certain time. You need to, spend quiet time in the day. How many hours a day should you spend on yourself? Honestly, it depends on, well, first of all, it depends on what your purpose is, like what your life is all about, right? If I have a business and I'm spending time on my business, to me, that counts as spending time on myself. However, you should definitely make time every single day to rest, right? So when I get home from work, after I pick up my husband and we get home, I chill for like an hour where I watch TV or I'll get on Facebook or I'll just sit here like this and I'll just rest for an hour. You need to rest every single day. Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to actually get to that because I have an ebook that I'm working on that will help us do that. The question was, how many hours a day should you spend focused on your goal? All right, so I'll take a detour right now. I came up with this thing called the productivity plan. All right, and the reason I came up with it is because I was looking at my schedule. I had the same question. I was like, man, I want to write this book. I want to start my business. I want to start this ministry, but I don't have the time. So I began to look at my schedule from start to finish every day. day. And I realized that I had like 2 or 3 hours a day that I wasn't allotting to anything. I would get home, and between like 4 and 6, I didn't really have anything scheduled in that time, before I had to go to church for something. So when I looked at my whole entire week, I realized that I had about 8 or 9 free hours of the week that I didn't assign to anything. All right. So I called that my dream time. I call that my productivity time. And so the productivity plan basically has you sit down and look at your week. You might not have 8 or 9 hours a week. You might only have 4 hours a week. You might only have 2 or 3 hours a week. But once you find those hours, you have to tell those hours what to do. The same way when you get money in your pocket, you have to tell your money where to go, or else it'll make up its own mind. It'll be spent before you can do anything. You have to assign every dollar to something. You have to assign every hour to something so that you're not wasting it. All right. And like I said, you have to allot time for rest. So I'm not saying that you include your rest hours, but outside of your rest hours, you probably have a good 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 hours a week that are free. So what you do is you take 4 priorities. Take 4 goals, right? I have a main project, like the big thing, whether it's my business or my ministry, that thing that's up and running right now, that's going to be ongoing. You take your main goal. That's 1. That's the first priority. The second priority is a minor project. So say you're writing a book, right? Writing a book is a long thing over time, but it has an expiration date, whereas your business doesn't, right? So the first thing is something that's ongoing, doesn't have an expiration date, main priority. The second thing is a project that's long term, but it has an expiration date. All right. And then the last 2 things, you want to include personal development in your productivity plan. Learn about your craft. Learn about, your business. Watch other people that are doing what it is that you're doing. Get a mentor. Spend time with them. All right. So that's the third thing. The third thing is personal development. And the last thing is a leisurely talent. Like say you want to learn how to decorate cakes. You're learning, but it's something that you enjoy doing. All right. So you have your main project that's ongoing. You have your second project that has a, Exactly. Learn about the business before you start the business. So you have your main project that's ongoing, your second project that has an expiration date. Your third one is a personal development, and your fourth priority is something leisurely, a skill that you would learn. So for me, I would say that my fourth one would be learning another language. All right. It's not something that, I have to be pressured to do. It's not something that, it's going to be a life or death if I don't do it, but it's something that I want to do to make myself better. So I break up my dream time into 4 priorities. Thank you. 4 priorities. All right. In order. So I want you to be thinking about what those things are. And I'm going to come out with an ebook that will outline these things. It'll give you diagrams for you to fill in, like little charts and things for you to write these things down. But once you figure out what your dream time is, exactly, you want to make yourself well-rounded. What I don't want you guys to do is burn yourself out by submersing yourself into your business and not living a life outside of that. You have to be whole. You have to be a whole person. You have to allow yourself time to enjoy. You have to allow yourself to learn things that are, not so complicated and so analytical and so, all of that. All right. So that's how you separate. That's how you find time to work on your goals. But like we've been talking about, you have to be disciplined about it. Listen, I'm the first person to tell you, when you don't tell your time what to do, when you don't make plans for your time, like say, for example, you have 2 hours coming up at the end of the day, you didn't make plans for it. That time will come up and you say, oh man, I have 2 hours. What am I going to do? And then you spend an hour and a half figuring out what you're going to do with your time. And then by the time you figure it out, it's time to be on to the next thing. All right. So examine your time. A lot of people, one time management strategy is to, on Sundays, look at your schedule for the week and plan out your week. Write down the things you want to get done that week. Put them in days, and put them in order of importance and all of that and get it done, right? So that's another thing that you can do. All right. If you don't have those 4 things, maybe you just start by doing your list on Sunday, your to-do list, your weekly, I want to get this done list. All right. So that's discipline. The second thing with discipline is that you have to be consistent. You have to form good habits. Get rid of the old habits and form good habits. All right. How long have you been meaning to get that workout plan started? How long have you been meaning to, okay, good question. Are people working around your schedule or are you working around their schedule? Well, you need to work around your schedule. You need to work around your schedule and make room for the other people. But don't be feeling bad. And people will make you feel bad when you say that you can't do something or you don't have the time to do something. Don't let people make you feel bad. All right. You make room for the people in your lives. You make time. You make time for date night with your hubby or your wife. All right. You make time for family time during the week. All right. Those things should not be compromised, but you have to make sure that they're in your schedule. All right. Just because they're in your schedule doesn't make them any less important than the other things, but you have to schedule it. You have to put it in there and you guard that time because that time is important. That is how we remain well-rounded. That's how we remain down to earth. All right. For those of you that are watching, you're world changers. All right. All right. I like the questions. In focus time, do you answer your phone or do you need to keep the phone off? You know yourself the best. All right. If the phone is going to be a distraction for you, then turn it off. Put it on silent even and put it across the room. Sometimes I'll do that because I have that little itch where I'm like, oh man, somebody might be calling me. Somebody might be texting me about pizza. Like the thing is, the way technology is set up, a lot of times people will text you or call you with things that are not urgent. Hello? A lot of times people are calling you and texting you with things that are not urgent. If you would look back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have text messages like that. And life still went on. People did what they had to do. But if you make yourself available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they will utilize you and wring you dry. Wring you dry. They will. Yes, they will. If you let them. If you let them, they will wring you dry. And not because they want to see you dried up. It's because you make yourself available. I need you to understand. And this is in my book as well coming up. I have a book coming out next year called Be the Girl on the Right. But people will make you feel like everything is an emergency. Everything is urgent. Everything is right now. But I need you to know, I need you to say this to yourself, that other people's personal emergencies are non-transferable. They are non-transferable. Just because it's an emergency for you doesn't necessarily make it an emergency for me. Now, why is money so important? Because I'll get to that in a second, but don't allow people to make their emergencies become your emergencies. Now, I'm not saying be like, oh, your friend was in a car accident. You're like, oh, that ain't my problem. No, I'm not talking about those types of emergencies. I'm talking about, oh man, can you tell me how to get to that store that you were telling me about? Or, oh man, do you remember last night's homework? Or, yo, did you see The Wiz last night? Like, people are calling you 24/7 about little things that are not significant. So put your phone on vibrate. I'm going to say violent. Put your phone on vibrate, put it on silent, put it across the room and give yourself that time. Once you get down, listen, the people that call you selfish, they don't understand. They're not world changers. They're not thinking on your level. All right. So you can't take that personally. All right. But like I said, if you schedule your time and you handle them accordingly, say, listen, sis, listen, bro, I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. I just got to work on this thing. All right. Exactly. So you can't make everybody's issue your issue. All right. So was bullied by the guy that needs me time. Listen, you have to. So, okay. A part of being the girl on the right, and I know that there are guys on here. So this is fair. Be the girl on the right. Be the guy on the right. You have to make yourself a priority. Because you are a world changer. And there are people that are waiting for you to get your goals, reach your goals so that they can be blessed and receive the gifts and talents that you have. All right. So it's not even just about you. You're really not being selfish when you're, exactly. You're not being selfish when you're making time for yourself and setting aside a time and making this time a priority, because you're doing this not just for you. You're doing it for the world. I need you really to grasp that. What you're working on, your goals are not just for you. They're for the world. They're for the people around you that are in need of your gift. They're in need of your invention. They're in need of your services. They're in need of your revelation. They're in need of your book. They're in need of your poetry. They're in need of your art. The people around you need what you have. All right. So the people that are saying, oh, you're being selfish. Oh, why don't you answer my calls? They don't understand what's about to hit their life as a result of your yes to yourself. Woo, that was good. Oh, that was good. They have no idea how blessed they're about to be because you finished your project. Hello. And they won't get it until it's done. They won't get it until you've come out. Like, listen, I haven't been able to come to the bar with you guys. If that's your thing, that's not my thing. I haven't been able to hang out with you guys. I haven't been able to go play soccer with you guys because I've been working on this book to help you change your life. And then they're going to say, oh man, why didn't you tell me? Why did you tell me you were doing all that awesome stuff? You know, they're not going to get it until it's done. All right. People didn't realize the weight and the power of Christ going to the cross until it was done. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are not going to understand your process while you're going through, but when you finish it and you have the finished product, then they will understand. I do it for you guys. That's how I stay motivated. I do it for you guys. You guys are my tribe. You guys are the group of world changers that I've been sent. I've been called to stir you up and shake you up so that you can get out there and do what you've been called to do. All right. You guys are the Right Life crew. I do it for the Right Life crew. That's who you guys are. Okay. So that's how I stay motivated. I stay motivated because I understand that this is my purpose. I understand that my purpose is to stir up the gifts in other people, right? I'm stirring up the gifts in you guys so that you can go forth and do what you've been created to do so that the world can be a better place. And I'm passionate about it. Can you feel my passion? I'm passionate about it. All right. So my purpose, my goal is to, oh no, that's not good. My purpose is to help you guys find your purpose, help you guys stir up the passion about it so that you can live your life, your right life right now. And not only that, but this is bigger even than Periscope, because what's going to happen is you guys are going to call me up to come and speak to your group of people. And I'm going to fly out to wherever you guys are. And I'm going to come talk to you guys. And I'm going to do workshops for you guys. I'm going to speak to hundreds of thousands of people around the world, motivating them to get their gifts out there. And that's how, because the goal is you want to find your purpose, tap into your passion, and allow that to lead you to prosperity. I believe that you should be able to live your life doing what you love to do and getting paid to do it. Come on, somebody. I want you to get paid to do what you love to do. Yes, I want to make this my job. So listen to this. From between 8:30 and 9:30, because I have to be at work by 10 o'clock. Between 8:30 and 9:30, this is my time to work on my business. I'm working on my business right now. I'm working on my organization right now by doing these Periscopes. So right now, I'm squeezing my goal time, my dream time in to my everyday schedule until it takes off and it allows me to live the life that I want to live. You have to be that determined that you're willing to, squeeze it in to your day and make it fit. Make your goals fit into your life until they're big enough to carry you and have you live the life that you want to live. All right. The last thing is, so we had distraction is the first reason why we're not productive. The second thing is discipline. And the third thing is dead weight. We have to drop the dead weight in our lives. And for a lot of us, the biggest dead weight that we have is our mindset. I said something right there. The biggest thing that keeps us the biggest piece of dead weight that keeps us in our lives is our mindset. You have to change your perspective. Some of you might be in a job that you hate right now. Praise God that that's not my testimony. I like my job. But some of you might be in a job that you hate. Some of you might be in school and hate school. Some of you might be stuck and not know what the next move is, in your life. Okay. All right. We don't need that on this broadcast. Okay. So some of you might be stuck where you are. All right. But I'm glad you asked how to start it all. You have to start by doing what I'm doing right now. If you can find 30 minutes in a day to do whatever it is, whatever your goal is, if you can find 30 minutes a day to work on it, that is a start. Okay. My pastor wrote a book called Roadmap to Destiny. The first chapter was Think Big, but the second chapter was Start Small. All huge things start small. Adults start as babies. Okay. Cars start as individual parts. Buildings start as individual little tiny teeny pieces. All right. So the beach, when you go to the beach, the whole beach is made up of tiny itty bitty pieces of sand. Big things start small. So if you can find 30 minutes a day to write an idea or to expound upon the idea. I talked a little while ago about doing mind maps. 30 minutes a day, do a mind map on one of your ideas. And what that is you write your idea in the middle, write it in a circle, and then just dump all your ideas out. Whatever comes to your mind around that particular idea, Oh, no, you can't skip the small. You can't skip the small, because if you skip the small, you have no foundation. And then you'll build this giant, big old enterprise and it'll crumble because there's no foundation. You have to start small. And I know that that's hard because in your mind, you see these big, like in my head, y'all, I see myself flying on a jet, going place to place, 40 cities in 30 days, talking to hundreds of thousands of people about being all that they've been called to be. All right. I see myself doing that. I see myself, staying in the finest of hotels and not only that, but I see myself visiting small villages. I see myself traveling the world and touching people and stirring them up to be all they've been called to be. Now that's huge. I see myself writing many, 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 many books. Okay. And awesome. I need you to connect with me. Go on my website, BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com, and sign up for my mailing list. I need you to do that so I can stay in touch with you guys. All right. But what I see in my head is so huge. It's so phenomenal. I'm like, I want to do it now. I want to be there now. But you can't be there now because you have to start here. And the reason why it's better to start small, then do it, girl. Do it. Write the book. Just do it. Just start. All right. The reason why we have to start small is, one, because we have to work out the kinks. It is hard, but you have to start. Listen, you guys, this is awesome. I'm glad you guys are commenting. But you have to start small because, one, you have to work out the kinks. You have to learn about where it is that you're going. You can't just bump up in there like, hey, y'all, I'm here in the big time, because you're going to make a fool of yourself. All right. So to begin, as far as writing a book, exactly. Write a page a day. It doesn't have to be a whole page. Write a paragraph a day. All right. What worked for me with writing my book, because in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm writing a book. It has to be really long and it has to have a lot of pages and it has to be really perfect and awesome. Scratch all of that. All right. First of all, your book doesn't have to be long. In this day and age, people don't have the attention span to read 200-page books like they used to. Okay. So you need to write a little bit. And that's awesome. Not awesome that you've been through so much, but you have a story to tell. The reason that you're tuned in right now is because you have a story to tell and people need to hear your story. So what I did to write my book is I outlined all the major points that I wanted to write about. I just went down and just wrote down bullet points of what I want to write about. All right. And then underneath that, all the ideas that came out around each of those ideas, I wrote them down as bullet points. Every bullet point becomes a chapter. Boom! You got a book. And then all you do is just go in and fill in. And don't worry about making it perfect. There are no perfect books in the world. All right. And there are over 7 billion people on the planet. Not all 7 billion are going to read your book. But Exactly. Just write it. Just get it all out first. Then you can go back and organize. That's what I did. But not all 7 billion people are going to read your book. There are a certain group of people that your book is for, and they will read it and they will be blessed by it. Their lives will be changed because they'll say, you know what? She got through it. She was able to overcome that. And now so can I. That is so powerful. That me too. That is so powerful when people can say, you know what? If she did it, I can do it. That's why you need to write the book. You have to get over it, girlfriend. You got to get over it. My book is going to be coming out around March. I did finish it. It's in editing right now. So we're going through all the different processes for that. But my book, literally, it's my story about being my authentic self and how I became the girl on the right. That's it. That's what my story is. And so as you guys continue to tune into Periscope, you'll get to know a little bit more about me. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys swipe to the right and follow me so that every time we're on, that you can get on. You guys are now a part of the Right Life crew, whether you like it or not. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So my name is Brittany N. Smith of Girl on the Right. My website is BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. I'll answer that really quickly. Just let me finish giving out the information so people can connect. All right. BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. Email me at BeTheGirlOnTheRight@gmail.com. I would love to talk to you. I would love to hear your story. I would love to help you get some next steps on how to reach your goal. Because that's what we do here at Girl on the Right. And if you're in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware area, we are having our first event January 8th. It is called Right Night Live. It's a workshop, networking, TV show, all wrapped in one. All right. So if you're interested in that, I need you to go onto my website and register for it because space is very, 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 very limited. BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com is the website. Check it out. So my biggest accomplishment, my biggest achievement, I would say, is doing this right here. A part of my story is the fact that I never felt good enough. I never felt like, I had anything concrete to offer the world. I never felt like I was original. I never felt like people would tune in and listen to me talk. I never felt like what I had to offer people would want. I felt like what I did was crap. And the crazy part is people would always say, oh, you were so great up there. You sang really good. You talked really good. You did so great. All of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. But people would compliment me, and yet on the inside, I just felt like crap. I felt like, I would look at everybody else and see, theirs is so much better than mine. Jesus is Lord. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm able to overcome. Jesus is the reason why I'm able to do this. I'm able to push past that. So me doing this with you guys, me starting Girl on the Right is my biggest accomplishment, because it represents my belief in myself. It represents that time in my life that I said, you know what? I am good enough. I can do this. I do have something to offer the world. I'm amazing. I'm incredible. And you guys are too. It's not just me. You guys are too. You guys are world changers. And I want you to know that the gifts that God has given you are unmatched in all the earth. There's nobody that can write the book that you can write. There's nobody that can sing like you can sing. Nobody can play the guitar like you can play the guitar. Nobody can cook like you can cook. Nobody can analyze math problems like you can. Nobody can do what you can do. And a lot of arrogance and confidence. Arrogance says, I'm awesome and I'm better than you. Confidence says, I'm awesome and so are you. You know what I'm saying? Arrogance says it's all about me, my gifts, nothing. All right. We don't need that on here. Thank you very much. All right. So arrogance says it's all about me and I'm better than you. Confidence says, I'm great, you're great, let's be great together. Confidence says, I'm awesome and I'm okay that my awesome is different from your awesome. Because we're all awesome, but it's just different, and different is okay. So that's the difference between confidence, all right, and arrogance. Arrogance, we're not arrogant. We are accepting who we are, who we truly are, and we're embracing ourselves. That's what it is, y'all. And that's what Be the Girl on the Right is about. That's what Be the Person on the Right, because I know there are guys. Hi, Derman. Greetings. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in with us. Okay, guys. So definitely watch the replay if you need to. Take notes. Really think about what we talked about today, because all of these things are tied into being. Hi. Yay, Tay. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. And the truth is, is I can't do anything without God. I can't do any of this without the Lord. He is what makes me awesome. He is what makes you awesome. All right. The glory of the Lord is what makes you amazing. All right. So that's my time for today. I have to get ready to go to work, guys. So your homework is, Right Life Crew, your homework is find some time today to start your goal, start your dream, start your book, start your business, start your song, start something. All right. Tay, you're gonna have to watch the replay. Watch it a couple times. Listen, guys, I watch the replays of my own videos. I bless myself. All right. Thank you so much. So watch the replay, take notes, do your homework. Find time today, even if it's 30 minutes, and work on what you can do, what you have to do. And listen, y'all, I really want y'all to email me, because I really want to know what it is that God has placed on the inside of you, so I can kick you in the butt so you can get it done. All right. So email me, BeTheGirlOnTheRight@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter, Brittany N. Smith. Visit the website, BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. 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 And all right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Brittany N. Smith of Girl on the Right. Make sure that you follow, swipe to the right and follow, so that you are connected. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have an awesome, destiny-driven, dream-fulfilling, goal-starting, kick you in the butt, get it moving, motivated day. Brittany N. Smith. I will talk to you guys later. You're welcome.